So one day I came across this TikTok that's basically just a compilation of weird stuff happening with food, and a lot of millennials and people in Gen X just started complaining about how genetically modified and factory-produced food is for some reason. So I just wanted to try my best to debunk these clips. So this first clip seems to be a loaf of bread exploding under running water. However, my little pocket of sunshine IDK Sterling actually explained that this is not a loaf of bread, but rather a bottle of soda that was frozen. I'm sure you could tell by the bottom right there. Running hot water under something like that makes it incredibly unstable. This second clip shows a banana with a tough and doughy texture. I saw quite a few theories on what caused this. Stuff like it being unripe, raw, having some kind of fungus. The most reputable explanation I could find was it being frozen while it was still unripe, then it thawing out too quickly. The third clip shows rain falling everywhere except around this specific Cheeto. This is actually the first clip I couldn't find a solid explanation for. Some people thought the oil that the Cheeto was fried in was repelling the water, but that's not how it works. Some people thought the Cheeto was absorbing the water, but that wouldn't really make sense either considering the Cheeto itself looks dry as well as everywhere else around it. My guess is that the Cheeto just coincidentally happened to be under somewhere like an off-screen leaf. This seems like a very rare scenario. The fourth clip shows salsa with sparks. Why were the millennials mad? Everyone seems to agree that there might be sodium perhaps in the spoon reacting with the water in the salsa, but I'm more curious as to why they'd have a spoon made out of sodium metal. Like, no way that's safe to use. This conspiracy theorist's watermelon was just improperly stored. This clip shows potatoes exploding, but they're exploding because there's so much pressure built up in them from boiling. Something you can easily solve by poking holes in potatoes with a fork before boiling them like you're supposed to. The best thing I've cooked is Red Baron pizza, and I know that. This is the best angle we get of this completely regular watermelon. So even if it couldn't just simply be explained by it being a run watermelon, then it would be pretty much impossible to assist with this. You know, it just seems like media just actively tries to make us fear everything. I get the vibe that nothing positive is going on. I could make a video discussing good things that happen in the world, but here I am just talking about how every single generation just jumps to conclusions. And I'm a victim of this myself. The entire time I used to think YouTube was practically digging its own grave with the amount of bad decisions it was making. But as a premium user, I realized that none of the decisions were actually affecting me. Like, the second I found out about an extension that turns YouTube into its 2015 version, I instantly downloaded it. I solved the UI problem before I even had it. The reality is, you can perceive the world however you want. You don't have to waste your time finding the negative in things like these people are. If you don't want to see negative content, you don't really have to. You don't have to see these very few cases of food being weird and then tied ties to the government supposedly distributing fake food. If you interacted with this post with any negativity, please do better. Take a bite of your own food and realize how real it is. None of this is affecting your life, so please stop acting like it is and actually do a reality check. If you're so worried about fake food, eat real food. It exists.